Yes. So today we have a lot of actually the same vibes going on yesterday. A lot of the same energy that we had in effect for our new moon in Pisces yesterday. Those same alignments still holding strong, at least to start our day today. The main difference with our chart today is that we have the moon moving into a conjunction with Neptune today. This is bringing us some spiritual awareness and also helping us to release ourselves from illusions that may have been keeping us stuck or holding us back in some type of a way. We have that moon in aspect to the nodes again. So let's jump into the report, you guys. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today is Thursday, March 3rd, 2022. My name is Aubrey and this is your astrological outlook for the day. As I mentioned in my intro, we are carrying over a lot of the same vibes as yesterday. This is really day 2 of those really significant alignments that we had all hitting together for our new moon in Pisces yesterday, which therefore will also be unfolding vibrationally all month long. So if you missed that one yesterday, I know it was a long one. I'm sorry, you guys. It was really like 2 reports combined in one because we had our new moon energetics and then we also had the Venus, Mars, and Pluto grand alignment that I really wanted to put an emphasis on as well. So apologize for the lengthiness of that video yesterday. Hopefully this one will be a relatively decent amount of time. So talking about the energy, if you missed that video, definitely check it out though, because there's a lot of information in there that is pertaining to today and pertaining to what we are navigating all month long. But just to essentially reiterate, because these aspects are still in effect, we have Venus and Mars and Pluto in a conjunction to start our day today at 28 degrees of Capricorn. This aspect is something that I have been watching for and anticipating for quite a long period of time. I've been talking about it on my channel, regularly, quite frequently, because we started our year this year, our astrological lunar year, with new moon in Aries 2021 with Venus in an exact square to Pluto. And when we're dealing in Venus square Pluto, this is energy that is trying to show us where we surrender our power to things that are not necessarily good for us in order to fill a void within us because we don't see the value of like our own self-worth, or we're lacking somewhere internally. And so we're seeking external validation, and it gets us in these attachments that are not necessarily serving us or in our best interests. And that is a lot of times, it can also bring like compulsions and love and desire and stuff like that, Venus and Pluto and square or in a harsh aspect. But in my personal experience with Venus and Pluto and reading charts of people that have Venus and Pluto in a harsh aspect together, there is often this energy that is, it attaches us to these like very painful, toxic situations in love and relationship, but it's for the purpose of showing us ultimately our own self-worth, our own self-value, and the power that we actually hold inside of us. And when we began this year with that aspect in effect for our collective year, or the new moon in Aries 2021 moving throughout this year, just seeing that, there was a lot with that chart, but just seeing that, it kind of told me that we would collectively be going through this purge of toxicity this year, and the motivating factor of that would be a new recognition of the truth of our own inner value, our own self-worth, the power that represents when we acknowledge it truly and gain a better relationship to it. And this aspect that we have going on today now, and that we have had going on yesterday with our new moon, Venus now in the conjunction to Pluto with Mars there as well. This is sort of like the culmination point of that energy, of those experiences, of these breakdowns, of these purges and purifications in order to refine our sense of own internal value, own self-worth, own self-love, and therefore restore our own sense of self-empowerment. Where we're at right now in this energy with this new moon in Pisces cycle coming in, with this aspect being exact for that moment, we're at the culmination point of the energy that started last year. And what this is doing is putting us back together, basically. It is writing and rectifying what were inversions of the divine feminine and the divine masculine archetypes vibrating collectively, writing them, putting them upright, bringing them back together, integrating them within us, and it's causing on an energetic and vibrational level the sense of internal wholeness and the ability to gain a new understanding of the relationship that we have to ourselves. And it is reawakening this collective human spirit that has been surrendering for a very long time to this fear matrix, essentially, that has allowed us to not be really in control or aligned with the authentic truth of the trajectory of our soul's path. And we are in the Great Awakening right now. We are in the shift of the ages. We are transitioning from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And in order for that to happen, we're going through this energetic shift, and this is a major part of it. This Venus-Mars-Pluto conjunction, this internal reintegration of divine feminine, divine masculine, bringing us to this state of internal wholeness that is helping us to stand in our power, align with our authentic truth, align with our passions, align with our desires, break ourselves free from anything that we have been surrendering our power to as a result of not feeling that alignment within us. And then from this state of self-empowerment, we are able to go on and to conceive and to create and to fertilize and to birth these ideas into physical, practical reality that are in alignment with our authentic truth, in alignment with our true potential, and that can really bring us, some rewarding and successful manifestations in our physical world. This conjunction being in the sign of Capricorn, the cosmic lovers being together, taking down the dark lord, Pluto, the lord of the underworld, coming back into our power. The power of love perseveres, the passion and the truth and the desire for that unconditional love that universe is trying to return us to, the reawakening of the human heart, the reigniting of the human spirit. That is what all of this represents, and it's fitting right in with this last cycle in this transitional year into these new frequencies. And we've seen how it's reflected in our tangible physical world, and it has been a massive year of change and uncertainty. But there is a very dualistic nature to this process. There has to be a breakdown. There has to be a crumbling, a destruction of the things that no longer vibe with this new paradigm that's coming in order so that we can clear space and move into the energy that is in alignment with the trajectory of the cosmic blueprint, really, at this point in time. So this is the Mars, this is the Pluto, this is the Venus, this is day 2 of it. We had them exact aspect yesterday, as I said, for the new moon, and today we have them once again starting our day today. Mars will move on to the next degree. Mars is leading the way in true warrior spirit. He will move on to the next degree later in the day, but we are in this energy to begin this day, and he will leave Venus with Pluto in all of her strength to really conquer this long-standing toxic energy that may have been gripping and suppressing our ability to truly align with our heart space and our authentic truth. We also today, we have the sun moving to 14 degrees of Pisces. That means that now the sun is within a 1 degree orb conjunction to Jupiter. This is expanded truth, expanded awareness, unavoidable truth. Not being able to hide from the awakening that is upon us in one aspect of our life, in one, form or another. This is Jupiter rules truth, Jupiter rules expansion, Jupiter rules belief, Jupiter rules faith and trust in the sign of Pisces, faith and trust in the divine. These are a lot of spiritual truths that are coming in as well. There's a very spiritual energy going on today. We also, as I said, and I'll talk about in a few minutes, have the moon moving into conjunction with Neptune today in the sign of Pisces. Neptune rules the spiritual connection, the spirit world, the, ethereal planes and stuff like that, other dimensions, like all that type of stuff. And the moon will form that alignment today. And also, not only that, will also form a trine and a sextile to the nodes. We have the nodes in aspect again. This week has been so just saturated with north node, south node aspects. The future and the past, where we're going, where we're coming from, destiny and karma. Karma is a major theme right now too. A lot of karmic cycles are being broken by this energy. That is another thing that Venus-Pluto, an aspect, and hard aspect especially, always represents, is a need to break a karmic cycle of surrendering power out of a sense of lack. And that is, again, the culmination of this energy. And it really, this is not the type of energy, especially with Mercury in conjunction to Saturn still, which I'll talk about in a minute as well. But this is not the type of energy that feels like super good necessarily. Like it can be if we've really done a lot of work to clear our karma and we have really faced our demons at this point in time. This energy is a lot easier to deal with. However, if we're still carrying a heavy karmic burden and we still have, some breakthroughs to make in terms of clearing and releasing our traumas and our programming and really like getting in a greater, stronger alignment with these new energies, it can bring up a lot of karmic issues and it can be very, very heavy, especially like I said, with Mercury still in the conjunction to Saturn. This can feel very, very heavy, very strong responsibility, duty, obligation, a need to get things like trying to get things done, but just it seems like difficult to accomplish anything or to get things done, things sort of standing in our way of saying what we want to say or expressing what we want to express. Could be some very serious news information coming in today. And also the degree placement of Mercury today, the Sabian symbol where Mercury is located today for the conjunction with Saturn, 21 degrees of Aquarius. That degree, that Sabian symbol, that specific placement in the zodiac described in a symbolic form so that we can just get an additional layer of information about what this aspect might be translating into. A woman disappointed and disillusioned, courageously facing a seemingly empty future. And so there may be like just a heaviness today, a sense of general disappointment, possibly pertaining to the things that are going out, to the things that are leaving, to the things that we are leaving behind, to the things that are falling at this point in time, with that moon in Pisces conjuncting Neptune in the trine to the south node, what we're leaving, what we're losing, what we're letting go, what we have to release and move on from so that we can get in touch with this value that we hold inside of us and begin to cultivate, nourish, develop that, and begin to build something that is beautiful for ourselves moving forward in this energy with the north node in Taurus. But Mercury in the conjunction to Saturn today, this is definitely, could be part of the vibe. Again, we are in sort of like dark night of the soul energy, like this very cathartic energy, these experiences that are clearing, breaking us out of cycles through this, darkness that we're facing and having to persevere and shine our light through anyways. And then realizing the power that actually gives us and what we really truly need and what we really truly don't need anymore. And that is the type of thing that is helping us to break these chains, break out of these things that have been binding us. Pluto, the toxic things that we attach ourselves to out of a feeling of a lack inside of us. Venus. Mars is there too, though. This is offering support, and it's also the willpower and the passion, the strength and the courage and the inspiration, the motivation and the like ability, like the battle mindset and stuff, not being afraid to fight for what is right and what is true and what is truly in alignment with us and break away from those things that have been preventing us from being able to make that happen up until this point. This is also addiction breaking energy as well, very, very much so with what we have going on right now. Getting out of toxic relationships, toxic, like with anything, with a substance, with a person, with an idea, all of that type of stuff is going at this point in time. Let's talk a little bit more about the moon today. Like I said, we have that moon in Pisces today. We had our new moon in Pisces yesterday. That was at 13 degrees. The moon will be around, transiting the later degrees of Pisces today. Neptune is currently at 23 degrees. Sabian symbol, a materializing medium, giving a seance. So in the moon, this is intuition. This is our emotions. This is our internal environment. This is like our soul and what we're feeling on the inside in conjunction with Neptune ruling the higher planes of reality, the spiritual world, also illusion, delusion, things being cloudy or foggy or murky or unclear. And the moon, therefore, will also be forming a trine. Remember, trines are these aspects that facilitate things. They help things happen. When trines are operating, things have a tendency of just falling into place. We're not fighting against anything. There's no struggle with trines. And the moon and Neptune together are going to be forming a trine to the south node. To me, this really is releasing illusions from the past that have been keeping us stuck. The north and the south node, the past and the future, destiny and karma, where we've been and where we're going. This moon, there might be some spiritual inspiration coming through today. These truths that we can't hide from with the sun conjunct Venus, maybe some things that we are really seriously pondering and considering about our future with Mercury and Saturn together, or these toxic dynamics that we are overcoming and breaking free from as we recognize the truth of our value and our power inside of us with that triplicity of supercharged planets in Capricorn right now. Any one of these three things, you guys, could be like triggering this higher octave internal alignment with the recognition and the like intuition and the knowing that we need to allow the trine, allow things from the past to fall away that are blocking our progress moving forward. Also making the sextile, the skip a sign aspect to the North Node in Taurus, where we are moving to what we need to do. And the North Node in Taurus is all about trying to bring us to a place where we are in recognition of that self-worth, that value, that potential, that authentic potential and ability that we hold inside of us. Because Taurus wants us to build and to create using our own resources, something stable in this material world that can provide us a sense of comfort or financial stability or material abundance in one way or the other, and also help us come to a place energetically where we are attracting that same sense of value. It wants to bring value back to our lives. This could also be really crazy stuff going on with money, resources, economies, like on a macrocosm level, financial institutions, like all that type of stuff could be, you know, undergoing some major changes with the nodes right now in Taurus and Scorpio. This has a lot to do with money. This is a very financial axis. And so when this axis is lit up right now, as it is over this next year and a half, we could definitely see some big time changes going on with like macrocosm money type of stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So that's basically what we got going on with the astrology today. Again, if you missed my report yesterday, definitely check that out because that energy is carrying through all month long and it is still definitely very present in the energy today. Again, the main difference is just this moon that we have today in conjuncting Neptune in Pisces, which is bringing this, especially with the sun and Jupiter together, this is busting through those illusions and really helping us to release some things as a result of it. We also have the sun today at 14 degrees of Pisces, a woman wrapped in fox fur. So this could have to do with things being concealed as well, something being concealed that we are finding out, or recognizing where the secrets have been, or, you know, who is not being completely honest. This also could have to do with us being sort of wrapped in like our own new revelations about things in one way or another, or really like holding them close within us, like not really talking to many people, perhaps, especially with Mercury and Saturn together, about these new conclusions maybe that we're coming to. I'm not really sure, but we have the Earth as well at 14 degrees of Virgo today. That Sabine symbol is a family tree, and this could be interpreted a lot of different ways, but honestly, in the energy that we have going on right now and all of these super powerful grand alignments, I'm really looking at this as like the family tree, like the collective human family, and this upgrade that is going on right now. Like what is going on with the collective of humanity on Earth today in the midst of all of these super powerful alignments that really are, again, culminating this transition point year into the age of Aquarius, the last lunar cycle of this year. And this could also be bringing up family issues, though, issues with our roots, our true soul family. Like there's a lot of ways that this symbolism could go, but I'm kind of seeing it as what is going on with the collective of humanity today, the Earth, you know? And then we have Venus, Mars, and Pluto again at 28 Capricorn, a large aviary. I feel like this is breaking free from our own limiting beliefs that have kept us in that state of surrender and lack out of, you know, giving our power away because we didn't understand the worth that we held inside of us. This mind prison. I feel like this is what we are escaping from with this Pluto death rebirth energy, a large aviary. This is also United States natal return degree where this is happening. This is a rebirth of the collective human revolutionary spirit as well, coming with this divine feminine, divine masculine, Pluto coming together at this degree. We have Jupiter only 1 degree off from the sun today, 15 Pisces, an officer drilling his men in a simulated attack. I've been saying this all week. Everything is not as it appears to be right now. If you feel like you're under some type of attack, if you feel like there's some type of like imminent threat going on or something like that, it may not actually be as it's appearing to be right now. This is Jupiter. This is an expansive energy, conjunct the sun as well. This is a simulated attack though. This is a drill. This is not a real thing. So we want to be really careful attaching to negative feelings regarding like feeling some type of in regards to any type of situation like that, because it just may not be exactly as it truly is in this energy. And then we have Saturn, 20 degrees of Aquarius, a large white dove bearing a message. So there are messages coming through this month, and this energy really is all about, again, unavoidable truths that are actually helping us to release and let go of some things and come back into our power. So that's what we got, you guys, going on in terms of the astrology today. Let's talk about the tarot cards for a little bit, as actually we got some great cards coming out today, you guys. I feel really good about this energy. I feel like what the tarot cards are talking about today is what is coming as a result of these aspects that are in effect right now. So tarot time, shuffling this morning, asking God, Spirit, Universe, please clarify what's going on with the collective right now in the midst of this crazy energy of these huge alignments that we have. First card coming out of the deck, you guys, King of Wands. This is inspiring us back into our power, our creative, authentic power to pursue our passions and our dreams. Speaking of dreams, the next card that came out was the Star card. We haven't gotten this one in a while. This is hope, the return of hope and inspiration. This is also the Aquarius card. This is, I mean, look there's the water bearer right there. This is us like passionately being empowered to pursue and align with these Aquarian frequencies and vibrations, which is why this is happening. That is like I guess that is just like the corresponding human effect of the cause, which is these alignments going on right now, but it's for the purpose. So I guess, this is what is coming with this energy. And then after that, we got the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, this can go a bunch of different ways, but the Hierophant a lot of times can symbolize a tradition, and it can symbolize like a marriage. Like it's an authority card, and it definitely represents a higher power. And I feel like this card is definitely pertaining to, in this case, Venus and Mars conjunct in Capricorn, standing in their power, breaking free from the devil, Pluto, the toxic attachments that have been holding us back from this place of power. And it's all coming through this. I just feel like this is exactly what the energy is describing. Coming back into this place of authentic creative power based in passion and desire and motivation and willpower and strength, that is divinely inspired and in alignment with our authentic truth and this new age that is coming in, these new frequencies and vibrations as a result of this divine union that's going on within us that is aligning us with this higher form of our power. And then on the back of the deck, we had the Eight of Wands. So this is happening quickly, okay? This is a card of like fast movement, fast travel, like things happening quickly. And so this process right here, we may not be feeling this at the moment in our 3D experience, but this is what God, Universe, Spirit is symbolically showing me is actually what is happening within the energy body of humanity. And it is happening quickly. It is happening literally. It may happen throughout the course of this next couple weeks as we approach the new moon in Aries. It might happen throughout the course of this new moon in Pisces cycle. This cycle it was profound from the beginning. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes, but this looks like the trajectory, and it is looking pretty promising for us making this shift into the age of Aquarius moving forward. Now let's grab us a synchronicity card and see what God has to say about just a little bit of extra inspiration or advice that we can use to help navigate the energies today. It is really intense out there, so it may, really be in our benefit to, here's one that wants to come out. This is what it says. You can't change another. Thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. Isaiah 26:3. In your relationships with others, don't be possessive or try to make them do what you think they should do or act the way you think that they should act. Never permit others to rob you of your peace of mind. Your peace and joy are in God, not in the words and actions of other people. Bless them and walk on. This is a very powerful message in the context of this Venus-Mars-Pluto conjunction. I'm going to hold this here for a minute in case you want to read that, because this is very, 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 very on point. And possessive relationships, controlling relationships, people really trying to control, overpower, and possess in relationships, that is that Venus-Pluto dynamic. That is that toxic dynamic that I've been talking about throughout this like basically entire video. In your relationships with others, don't be possessive or try to make them do what you think they should do or act in the way that you think they should act, and never permit others to rob you of your peace of mind. That is what we're learning right now, and that is actually what is sending us on this fast-paced trajectory back into our self-empowerment in alignment with these Aquarian frequencies that are really restoring us to a much higher sense of our power based on this divine union going on within us. So that's what I got for my video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think they would be interested. Leave me comments, you guys. I absolutely love your comments. I love your feedback. I really appreciate it. And I will be back tomorrow for our weekend report. We're going to have the sun in conjunction to Jupiter, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other stuff to talk about. So you don't want to miss it. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, everybody, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.